am right. You should admit defeat now and walk away with your pride.
You're incorrigible.
I take pride in knowing that.
Only because you absolutely refuse to be wrong.
That is untrue. It is because I am not wrong.
Us.
There's Sylvia. I shall now permanently close this matter. Sylvia, I need to speak with you.
What is it, Sherlock?
Do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
Good. I don't either. Now I can tell Watson that he's wrong.
I'm not wrong. You just asked Sylvia.
How else do you suggest I prove you wrong?
Bickering again, boys? What is it this time?
You see, I believe that Sally must have gone off to meet her murderer, thus resulting in her untimely death. I am under the impression that the two were acquaintances settling a score, or some type of payment.
And I believe that the two of them were in love. You see, it's just like those movies. The girl is murdered by the guy because the new relationship doesn't go as planned.
What you're describing, Watson, is infatuation. Love at first sight and infatuation are entirely different. Sally would not have left home so abruptly if the two of them were in an actual established relationship, however new it was.
How would you know?
Because, while you were off sulking about the unfairness of life, I was investigating. I went through Sally's room and discovered that she indeed had left in a hurry.
I wasn't sulking.
Breaking and entering, Sherlock?
Quite the opposite, Sylvia. Fox himself allowed me to search the house. Anyway, I discovered several things. She hadn't changed outfits before leaving, as her room did not possess the normal disarray of a room that underwent a fast clothing change of a human. Now, if the two of them were infatuated, Sally would have likely changed outfits and touched up her makeup in order to give off the air of beauty to her killer.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that they're in love.
Quiet, Watson. I'm getting to that. Also, her makeup was neatly put away and none of it was left on the counter, which means that she hadn't reapplied before hastily leaving the house once more after Fox's vet appointment. She hadn't brushed her teeth again either. Most infatuated humans perform these rituals to impress the other. The bristles were not wet and the sink was dry.
So what you're implying, Sherlock, is that Sally Quads was not infatuated. But is John right? Was she in love?
Will you two keep up? I can't believe you make it through the day without tripping over your own simplistic thoughts.
I was wondering when he'd start the insults.
Also, if the two of them were in an established relationship, the normal rituals of infatuation would likely not matter. This seems to tip the scales in your favor, Watson. However, if the two of them were in an established relationship, then Sally would have likely taken the time to possibly eat, check the news, or at least be sure that Fox was comfortable and stable after his vaccination before leaving. When people are in an established relationship, they do not usually hasten to meet the other and are content with taking their time. Infatuation involves haste.
That's all well and good, but what undoubtedly proves that they were not in love.
When in love, people only hurry to meet the other when they are late to a date. Sally would have been foolish to schedule a date that would have taken place immediately after Fox's vet appointment, and I'm certain they would have chosen a much nicer place than near a shed. There were tire tracks on the cement that we observed earlier, Watson. Someone got out of there in a hurry. The footsteps were spaced quite some length apart. There were 2 sets going left, only one going back right. After a purposeful meeting, the killer became dissatisfied with Sally, murdered her, dragged her to a shed, and hastily removed all evidence before fleeing.
Sounds like a case that's right up your alley.
But what proves that the two of them were making payments or deals?
I shouldn't have to explain everything. You were there, Watson. And you should certainly have half a brain to figure this one out yourself.
Fine then, I'll give it a go. Well, you were observing the body. There were no personal items, such as a purse or a wallet on her. They weren't anywhere in the shed.
She did not leave her purse and wallet at home, I assure you.
If they were making a payment, Sally would have offered up the wallet. The killer would have taken it if that was why he was angry with her. Perhaps she offered too little. He would have taken the money with him, but instead of robbing her, he killed her so she wouldn't talk.
You're coming along nicely. Now do you believe that the two of them were not in love?
Oh, stuff it, you. As always, the mighty Sherlock is right.
Do I detect sarcasm?
Brilliant, Holmes.
Enough, you two. You argue like you're an old married couple. Now, what exactly are you going to do about this whole case? You can't exactly prove your findings to the humans.
The police have not yet been notified of Sally's murder.
How much more time until they find her?
I'd say about 22 hours. It's still earlier in the day, and business is slow on Saturdays.
Feels as though half the neighborhood is already awake.
That's merely because you fancy sleep above all else.
Knock it off, Sherlock. Do you know which relatives will be in charge of handling Fox?
Likely Sally Quad's remaining parent. Her sister, Felicia Quads, cut off any familial connection years ago.
Now what, Sherlock? Did you go hunting in her birth record for that information?
Don't be ridiculous. I went to Fox.
I'll have my master stop by when you give the word.
Excellent. Now, Watson, I believe we have some hunting to do.
Good luck, you two. You'll need it.
Easy there, sweetheart. Just try it. I've got it all ready for you and everything. Don't give me that. You know that I have no milk for you. Just try it.
Cheapskate?
I'll be right back, little one.
Cheapskate, there you are.
What, Ranger? I'm busy.
I brought this for you. I think he might eat this.
Thank you, Ranger.
If you need anything else.
Not today. See you around, Ranger.
I suppose I should be getting home.
If you would just stop describing the bullet wound, that would be great. I want to keep my breakfast, thank you.
Company.
But the absence of maggots easily proves.
Blast it!
Sherlock? What was that?
Probably just Cheapskate. I don't know for certain. They're downwind of us.
What if it's the murderer?
You're being irrational, Watson. What would the murderer want with us?
I don't know.
All right, who's out there? There's no use hiding. It's not as if I'm going to hurt you.
Might as well go out there.
Sherlock? What was that?
You really ought to stop repeating yourself, Watson. Now, let's go. Now!
But what was that noise?
Nothing. Come on!
What was that? Hello? Who's out there?
He's such a pup. So afraid.
Who are you? Step into the light.
Greetings, Border Collie.
Who are you? What do you want?
Relax, pup. It's not as if I'm going to hurt you.
But what do you want?
Revenge. What else? It's a driving force for anyone these days.
Look, I'm sure I've never seen you before. I swear, I didn't wrong you.
Don't be stupid. It's not you who I am seeking out.
Then, who?
You ask too many questions. Know this, and this only. I was wronged many years ago. I got my revenge, but it was not sweet. For as I knelt to kill my wrongdoer, a human stopped me.
You may be looking for a city dog.
You speak like a coyote, pup. However, you're right. Where's the nearest neighborhood?
Well, I tend to steal food from a nearby neighborhood. Over there. They only have 3 dogs, as far as I'm aware.
The dogs, what are their names?
They call one of them Sylvia, I'm pretty sure. The other 2 are called Dashi and Milo.
Dashi and Milo. Wonderful, but none of them are who I am looking for.
There is another neighborhood about a block away from the one I just described, but I happen to know the names of only 2 of the dogs there.
Spill it.
One's called Watson, I think. The other's called Sherlock.
You have been most helpful.
So, who are you looking for?
Nothing you need concern yourself with, Pop. I'll be on my way.
You're new, aren't you?
Just a traveler passing by. I'll leave when the blood of my enemy runs through my claws like water.
I wouldn't want to be on your bad side.
Wise. Slow down, Sherlock. What has you in such a hurry?
Nothing, Watson. I am thinking, and walk fast when I think.
What are you thinking about?
Nothing that you could understand.
Come on, Sherlock. What has you so bothered?
I am not bothered.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
I somehow doubt that.
Doubt it all you want. I am the picture of fine.
At least tell me what ruffled your fur. When we were walking past the edge of the woods, you got all stiff and bothered.
For the last time, I am not bothered.
What are friends for? You can tell me what has you so riled up.
I am the pinnacle of calm.
Fine, be that way. I'll head back to the woods and see for myself.
All right, you win. I was thinking about wolves.
Wolves?
Yes, wolves. You see, we have coyotes, but no wolf packs in this area.
Your point?
That growl we heard earlier was most certainly a wolf's. Now, I can't see why any wolf would stake a claim on that territory. There isn't much sustainable prey.
So you think that something else is going on?
Precisely, Watson. I have a new mystery to pursue, it seems. Yes, I will continue to solve the unfortunate murder of Sally Quads. But I fear that something much larger is brewing.